Morning News Watch. Let's go close up with 19th District U.S. Congressman John Shimkus. Always good to see the Congressman here. Hi, Congressman. How are you?
I'm doing great. Great to be with you.
You must be looking at the calendar, your personal calendar, going, now if this is Wednesday, this is Springfield.
This is Wednesday.
Because you were in D.C. yesterday. That was rather unusual, wasn't it? Calling everybody back for the U.S. House of Representatives. Speaker Pelosi did it for, was it just one vote?
We actually did two. One was voice, that was adding money to the border, some border security measure. But obviously the bailout, the state bailout funds, and the tax increase, and the food stamp cut bill was the real reason why we were called back. Yeah, it was unusual. But what's also unusual is having 6 weeks off, which with all the work done, I think part of we don't mind August work period. You've seen me here. I got state fairs. Kids are going back to school. Usually August, but they gave us an additional week off. So it's almost 6 weeks in this environment. It really doesn't justify that time. So I think most of us, we did have members. I had a colleague who was vacationing in Hawaii with his family, and he had to fly from Hawaii, which he did, all the way back to D.C. and then fly back to Hawaii. And he's from Arizona, so he's not the Hawaiian member. Now,
did you vote against that, what they call the jobs bill?
Well, it wasn't. Well, I don't know if we called it the jobs bill. It was state bailout bill. It was for teacher salaries and for a Medicaid increase that came out of the stimulus bill at the cost of a tax increase and food stamp cut and some cuts from renewable energy. There's stories coming out today in the state of Illinois how this money is not even going to help Illinois schools because it's too late to be put in the calculation. Plus, the General Assembly there's some debate. General Assembly would have to be called back into session, and Mike Madigan may not do that. So for Illinois it may be much to do about nothing, and that's unfortunate because if we're going to do it, then it ought to be helpful, and this may not even be helpful to Illinois.
Senator Durbin was on with us on the telephone earlier this morning. And
he should have been in studio. Come on, Piker, he should be here.
Come on, Senator. Come in. We'd love to have you here. What's your feeling, though, about the race for governor, the race for the U.S. Senate seat that Burris has held now for a while? The two candidates, they both have, it seems like, problems. Do you believe that some people will just simply say in that race and maybe in the governor's race they're going to vote for an alternative party?
Well, I think for sure. I think the Green or any independent candidate's going to get a good look. I do think that the Democrats can't run away from the fact that they've been in power both in the executive branch and in the General Assembly for years. 6, 8 years? They can't run away from Rod Blagojevich, who they not only elected, but they re-elected. And all these statewide candidates supported the re-election of Rod Blagojevich. So it is time for a new team. We're not perfect. We have our problems. I think this is a time to start anew, and I think we're going to do real well. And for the senator to say this is not a condemnation on his party, especially in the state of Illinois, he is just flat out wrong.
Do you believe, though, as he does and other politicians and other supposed political experts, that you can't find a Democrat and a Republican who would even sit down, it seems like, anymore and have a friendly cup of coffee?
No, it's absolutely not true. But for the extreme agenda of the liberal left, the answer is yeah. But if there's a movement to compromise, the president campaigned on being this great guy who's going to bring folks together. The agenda is so far left. The only bipartisan votes we have in the House are bipartisan votes in opposition. I think the vote yesterday got 161 no votes. That means we got a lot of Democrat no votes because we don't have that many House Republicans. So the bipartisan votes on all the extreme agendas are bipartisan no votes. So no, we don't. I don't agree with it.
Do you believe that November will be, as some predict, that the Republicans will gain in both the House and the Senate, especially after yesterday's primaries, although some people are saying the Democrats are smiling this morning because of some of those results?
Well, I think that they may be smiling over one, which is the Senate race in Colorado, but there was a primary, and this was another appointed U.S. Democrat senator who had trouble within his own party as the Speaker of the Colorado House was running against him. I mean, Clinton was on one side, Obama was on the other side, so that was the only race that Obama has gone into that has been successful so far. It's going to be a good, strong year for Republicans. We're going to pick up seats in the House and the Senate. The question is, will we gain the majority? And really the real question that people ask me is, you know, Republicans, if you get back in the majority, are you going to be who we want you to be? Are you going to be changed? Are you going to be the same old party? And I've got to be convinced that this environment has helped stiffen our spine, and we're going to have to make the tough decisions needed to get the fiscal house back in order for the national government.
What brings you to Springfield today? I see a release that says National Health Center Week Open House over on East Cook at the Central County's health centers. You'll be making an appearance in a few minutes?
Yeah, very exciting. Historically, the health clinic here in Springfield, when I got elected to the old 20th district, in the old 20th district, we didn't have a single community health clinic. And Springfield was the first one in my first term that we got established. I helped. I mean, it's a community-wide thing, and it's been, so you look at historically now, we're at what, 12 years? I don't even know the number of people that have looked for and received assistance there. And it dispels the notion that, you know, the Republicans don't care, we don't care about health care. This is something that we were able to do, and this is the way that we can provide, you know, some preventative care to those who can't afford it.
If you need more information, go to www.healthcenterweek, that's all one word, healthcenterweek.org, healthcenterweek.org. Congressman, it's always great to see you, and thanks for coming into the studio, and I'll send a copy of this tape to Senator Durbin saying, just including where you said, come on, Senator, come in the studio.
Come on down. You know, Springfield's nice this time of year.
Thank you, sir.